What is going on, guys? Footy Manager Underdog here, and this is another Football Manager 15 predicts. And today we're going to have a look and see what it predicts with Lionel Messi at Chelsea. A lot of rumours going around at the minute, a lot of toing and throwing and, you know, angry press releases in Spain and stuff about Messi wanting out at Barcelona and all of that sort of stuff. So a lot of talk has been made about going to Chelsea, so today I thought we'd take a little look and see how he does at Chelsea. So I've just started it from the start of the season to get a full season with Messi at Chelsea. Moved him over using the in-game editor, which you can purchase for £3.99 from the downloads section of your game, which is, there it is, at the very bottom there. And if you click on that and follow the instructions, I've actually done a tutorial on how to install it, purchase it and install it. It's very simple, very easy to follow. So Lionel has joined Chelsea. He's on 575k a week. That is just freaking ridiculous, but his stats are very, very good. Let's positions, match ratings. Bear me a second, I'll be back in one moment. Sorry about it, guys, I just wanted to get these all set up to have some decent information on them. Oh, I've got that one duplicated. Okay, you can stay as preferred moves then. And physical match rating, individual training. Reserve these on there. So Lionel Messi at Chelsea. Chelsea, of course, fighting on many different levels. They've got the Champions League, they've got the Capital One Cup, they've got the FA Cup, and they've got the League. So we're going to skip ahead to January, and we're going to see how they're getting on in January and how Messi is getting on in January. May do it actually to just past the January transfer window to see who they bring in to complement Mr. Messi. So let's get on with it, shall we? Okay, so we're into the 2nd of February, and Chelsea are second in the league, a point behind Manchester City, who have a game in hand. They've had a good start to the season, plenty of goals scored, but conceded quite a few as well. So it'd be interesting to see how Messi's got on. But let's have a look at the player stats in the league. Goals, top of the goal scoring charts is Leo Messi with 15 goals in the Premier League, with Falcao tying with him, Lukaku, Aguero, Van Persie just behind, and then Mario Balotelli, funnily enough, sneaking in there. Assist wise, Fabregas and Oscar are in the top of the list, and I don't think Messi's in there at all. Doesn't look like it, does it? Unless I've missed him. Oh, there we go. No. So, player of the match awards. Messi is in there second with 7 behind Leighton Baines, and red cards, he's not in the top lot there. So, let's have a little look at Chelsea. First thing first, let's have a look at their transfer history, see if they brought anybody in. Apart from Leo Messi, none. Mikel has gone to Real Madrid, but apart from that, nothing. So we can have a little detailed look at Messi. He needs a rest apparently, but he's played 23 games, scored 15 goals. He's got 22 in 33 in all competitions. Let's have a look. He needs a rest. His training hasn't changed much. Surely that should have changed. Surely. Condition of Matt is a little jaded and can do with a rest. But if we have a look at that, 8.9 overall in the league, 8.12 in the cup competitions, 8.13 in Europe, 7.97, and in the internationals, 7.7. So he's having a good season. So let's have a look and see how Chelsea are getting on in the cup competitions themselves. So in the Champions League, they're doing well. They beat Olympiacos. Let's tell you what, let us take that out, and that out. First of all, the Champions League. They're through to the first round knockouts where they've got Real Madrid, so a nice friendly welcome back for Mr. Messi there, I'm sure. But he scored in that one. He scored against Napoli with Diego Costa. Sorry, Dynamo. He scored against Napoli with Diego Costa. He didn't score in that one. And Dynamo away, he didn't score in that one. So he's not been as prolific in the Champions League as you might expect. Capital One Cup, they've gone out on penalties to Tottenham, surprisingly. No disrespect to Tottenham, but that does surprise me a little bit. He did score after 2 minutes against Tottenham in that game, but they went out, like I say, in the quarter-final stage. And the FA Cup, they're through to the 5th round. They've got Tottenham again, and he's got a couple in that one as well. So he's spreading his goals out fairly well. I'd say the Champions League and the Capital One Cup were his. Well, the Capital One Cup he probably didn't play quite so much, but Champions League form he's probably disappointed with. But anyway, we're going to skip on now to the end of the season and see how he finishes up come the end. Okay then guys, as you can see, Chelsea won the league in the end by 1 point over Tottenham. Crazy stuff. Still conceded a lot of goals. Their defence was rather poor, but their attack was the best in the league. Only just by 2 goals, but it was the best in the league. So, stats-wise, Leo Messi did not finish top goal scorer. He only got 19 in the end. So in the second half of the season, he really dropped off. But Falcao got finished with 26. Assist-wise, Messi's still not in the top. Oh, hang on a minute. That's because that's not the top. Messi just creeping into the top there with 10, but Oscar and Fabregas are up the top there with 16. Player of the Match awards go to Messi with 12. Red cards, he's not in there. Average rating, Messi again at the top. So he's had a fairly decent season as far as performance is concerned. Goals wise, he's dropped off a lot. But let's have a little look at how he did overall in the competitions, how him and Chelsea did in the competitions. He got 29 goals all in all come the end of the season. So that's not bad at all. His foot, look at that, 10. Oh, you can't look at it. But look at that, 10 and 10. Whoops. You can't argue with that, can you? You cannot argue with that. Just checking if there's anything else in there. No. So, let's have a... Oh, it's all gone wrong now. Let's have a quick little look at Chelsea's schedule. So we know that they got through to the FA Cup 5th round, and you can see here they won that 3-1 quite comfortably. They beat Ipswich by 4 goals to 1, but then they lost in the semi-final to Manchester City 2-0. Let's have a look who won it in the end. Fulham on penalties. That is crazy. And then the Capital One Cup, we know they got beat by Tottenham on penalties. So last but by no means least, the Champions League, they lost the final 3-0. 3-0 to Juventus. They did, however, play Barcelona, so Messi returning against his former club. He didn't get a goal, didn't play brilliantly, but look at that. They played 3 Spanish teams, both the Madrid teams. They drew 1-1. In Madrid, Ronaldo on the score sheet along with Diego Costa. Then they beat them 1-0. Look at this, they're Messi not scoring in that and playing rather poorly. Then they played Atletico Madrid. They won 2-1 away. Messi on the score sheet there. They beat them 2-0 at home. And then, like I say, the Barcelona games, and they lost in the final. So, 1 trophy, which is the Premier League title, a Champions League final, semi-final of the FA Cup, and was it a 5th round? Capital One? Quarter-final, yeah, 5th round, quarter-final, same difference. So yeah, all in all, he's had a fairly decent season. Less goals than he would have hoped for, I think, but that being said, he's still got 29 in all competitions in that season. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, guys. Please drop a like, comment, share it if you wouldn't mind. That'd be really great. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.